Good morning, Zurich, Switzerland. It's May 10th. Good morning, everyone. Solomon here. Whoa, mother trucker. Anyways, my lighting is limited, so, yeah, there we go. Well, I'm in Switzerland, and I'm Asian. I'm Chinese. So, statistically, the IQ of Asians are higher on average, and they're typically more nerdy, geekier, and studious. And when you're smarter, that's also a curse because you notice things. You know, this is a curse of intelligence. People are more anal, attentive, they're more controlling and shit, and they'll try to tell you what to do because, you know, they care. They notice, they pick up on these things. Anything from the invisible to thought processes to logic, how you use your brain, the lack of using your brain, you know. It could be a lot of things. So before doing anything, I usually pause, or I have to pause because someone in the room is like that. And if they're autistic and they pick up on these signals, like the person doesn't care and that they're just like pressing buttons, you know, just to, you know, try to figure something out instead of like reading something, like opening a door, something as simple as opening a door or throwing out garbage in the recycling bin or, you know, the trash, or, you know, they're gonna start flipping out. That's what they do. That's what autistic children do. And neurodiversity, I'm aware of that. And no one admits this until, you know, the autistic person starts flipping out. That's how I diagnose people with autism. They usually flip out. And they can't decode me until they flip out. And it's like this reptilian, secret agenda, reptilian society thing that no one talks about. Some people have autism. That's the thing. That's the programming. And if the program isn't right or correct in their world, then they start flipping out. They start freaking out. They start laying the land of the law or their agenda, or, you know, spamming their perspective on other people, whatever that may be. And as a person who doesn't give a fuck, you know, I trigger them a lot. And some people in the program have jobs. They may be fathers, older brothers, or sisters, or on the opposite spectrum, criminals. Depends what the person's personality is. You know, nothing is going to be perfect. I cannot be the perfect son. I cannot be the perfect third child. You know, someone somewhere out there is always going to be telling me what to do, how to do it. Be respectful of how others live and stuff. So it comes with a price tag. So the fancier the place, the more these kind of creatures you have. The level of autism also increases. They want things done a certain way because that is the law of the land. That is their culture. And, you know, they have it autistically set. And, you know, you may even be, like, considered a criminal to them. You know, why you're not throwing out the garbage correctly, why you're not obeying traffic or whatever. You just can't do whatever you want. And when talking to one of these people, they'll try to dismiss it. But when you do these things that are just abnormal to them or out of the rules or lines that they didn't even tell you, or even bother even mentioning to you, knowing that you came from another country or wherever, that they'll throw a fit. Or if you're just a homeless person and you just do your own thing and wherever, and everyone just looks at you, gives you a dirty look. Or if you're just driving the regular speed limit and everyone else is high on road rage, they'll give you a dirty, pass you and give you a dirty look. So who's right? Who's wrong? There isn't a right or wrong. It's just savage. People just making up bullshit. People making up bullshit. Just trying to exert dominance over one another. What costs this? What costs that? Nothing costs anything. It's just dominance. Whoever has that power, who has that force, who's not afraid to enforce laws and rules and regulations on other people, that's, the wild, wild west. And some people are just more extrovertedly an asshole. Make sure you have a big mouth. You can just spam whatever, thing you think is righteousness on other people. It's just like you're just trying to exert your dominance on other people, which is the thing. Extrovert, the world of extrovert. It's one asshole against the other, one loudmouth against the other, and then there's just like all these laws and rules behind, someone's big mouth, and it's just like, whose perspective is correct? It's just like no one has time for this shit. That's why I'm not a lawyer. I don't want to be a lawyer. It's messy, He said, she said, divorce, child support goes to the mom, or it goes to the dad. Who knows? There's no, God doesn't just step in and be the ultimate judge, and it's just crazy shit. Whoever can exert the most dominance and can talk the most bullshit, make up the most bullshit, it's just like, what the fuck? I don't know. That's a whole level of humanity I don't step into because it's too taxing. I live in a much simpler life. It's just takes up too much emotional bandwidth. And, so where I went yesterday was Lucerne. But I tried to spend as much time in vlogging as much as possible. They're a very, very beautiful place, and but I was on my family time, so they didn't want me to vlog and all this stuff. And they wanted me to be in the moment, and I try to tell them like I rarely ever go out, and that this is the only one time I can go out in the world. And everyone was being Asian at that point, and the secret like reptilian personalities started coming out because they didn't agree with me, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And it was just like, it's just me. Someone or something is always gonna react to me, and like, am I doing this for social validation? My theory, my opinion is that people get to do what they want. I mean, white people get to go out with like cute, hot girls or whatever, blondes and brunettes, and then the Asian guy's there being weird and creepy or goes out with other guys. Maybe once in a while the Asian guy will have a girlfriend or whatever, but mostly he's socially awkward, so it puts me in the same situation. I'm not Chad, I'm not Tyrone. this is not gonna be a very like romantic scene for me. This isn't gonna be very charming for me. It's just like I'm fat Asian kid and I have to do fat Asian kid things, and it's just like, really? The modest, nobody, like standard Asian cookie cutter, like fat kid, and that's plastered all over me, and it's just like everyone gets to be cool. Everyone's all like Saved by the Bell here, and I gotta be, fat Asian kid, or Japanese hikikomori, or Japanese salaryman, or some, toxic, isolated personality trait. And, I'm just like, the fuck? And that's thrown at me. That is thrown at me because of culture. I'm not supposed to be Chad. I'm not supposed to be Tyrone. Maybe this is just family time. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to be doing that on my own time. But, I have to give it to the Chads and the Tyrones in the world. I mean, you have to separate yourself from your family and pursue your love life, your romantic life, or whatever. Away from all the annoying kids and family members, mothers-in-laws, aunts and uncles, in-laws and stuff. We're probably going to start asking you and trying to control you and shit about curfews and what you can and what cannot do with their underage daughter or whatever have you. What other creepy shit's going on? So I get all this time just to film a garbage truck. I was at Lucerne and they were getting antsy about me filming there. It's just like, I don't understand. Again, the family time thing. I was with the family and I was throwing them off with the vlogging thing, and it was just like, there's a time and place for things, Solomon just can't do whatever he wants. He has to live by the code of the reptilian agenda and shit, and just like this draconian shit just kicked in, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? I do this all the time. But with other people, there it is again. I have to be conscious and aware and be respectful of how anal they are, or even their own time. And no one says anything until they say something. You should be in the moment. You should do this. You should do that. You're with Confucius. You're supposed to listen to me, not do your own thing. You ingrate. And they're wondering, why I don't talk. This is what I talk about. Whatever is on this is what I talk about. Every time I talk, people can't handle it, and they'll be like, I have a headache, shut up. And it's just like, I don't understand. You just complain that I don't talk. It's because you can't handle it. Why don't you communicate? Why don't you express yourself? I am. You don't want to hear me. You don't want to listen. You want to be Confucius or President Z or North Korea. It's just very a double standard when talking to Asian people. You always have to address them like they're Confucius or President Z or Mao or some shit. And you can't communicate like we're friends or something like that. There always has to be some kind of like weird, respect shit, and it's just like if they're not receiving the respect, that they're not going to listen to you, or if you're not yelling at them, it doesn't work. It's like, again, it's like a battle for dominance. It's just like, that's why I don't openly talk to people, because it's pointless. Your personality is going to do whatever it's going to do, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do just because that's my personality. I recognize things, and that's it. I don't have the emotional or mental bandwidth to be trying to adapt to how you want me to be or things that you want me to say. Like if it's Chinese New Year, you're gonna tell me and teach me how to say Happy New Year, Gong Hei Fa Choi in Chinese. But here I am. I'm a homeless guy. I don't care if it's Chinese New Year. You know, I'm trying to survive. And you're just gonna look at me like I'm a dirty ass person who needs to be taught something. It's just like, you know, cultural conflict. You know, there's a lot of different, conflicts going on internally, externally, unspoken. And everything's an issue. Everything's a security issue. You know, please ask yourself, why did you do X, Y, and Z before doing it? You know, me just walking down the street, you know. Why did I take off my shirt? You know, why did I wear flip-flops? Why did I wear running shoes? Why did I wear short pants? You know, all the goofy things that I do, or, whoever does is some kind of like, you have to write a Chinese essay about. You know, you have to spend another 15 hours in school and fully comprehend and write all this crazy shit on paper in both English and Chinese. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit? And I just go out, due to my spontaneous nature, I just go out and I just do my thing and then come back and take a nap or some shit. And then I get questioned, why did you do the things that you just did, and why? I'm just like, I would make a bad dad. I just don't care enough. Kids can go do whatever you want. I'm not gonna give a fuck. Nor if I told you what to do, those aren't your values. My values are different than everyone else's values. I value not giving a fuck. I value not caring. You know, I just generally want to live freely. I mean, once in a while there's things that you should not do, but if you want to live with a system, where you always have to be on display, or represent yourself, or promote your legacy, or think highly of yourself 24/7 in public or wherever, and behind closed doors you're a complete other degenerate like Bill Cosby, then so be it. It's just like North Korea. You're not allowed to do all these things because a simple philosophy is, when you're weak, you have to appear to be strong. Anyone who opposes you, will just be torn down. And a lot of Asian people are like that. You're supposed to, put on the show, 24/7, buy all these shiny things and have all this money ready, You're supposed to be peacocking and, have all these real estate and houses ready to go. Or you could just be a homeless and not give a shit. It's just like, you're supposed to be a lawyer or a doctor. Just never ending. Never ending bullshit. It's just like, I don't care. There's so much shit. And yeah, they pump that shit out, their agenda out, push things on you like a machine gun. Other places I've been to, just to, get away from the social dynamic, as I went biking up that mountain. I went up that mountain. We went all the way up there, just like a block away from that tower, that light tower. And there are very exotic homes up there, and roads, and even bats live up there. So it's almost like Castlevania. There's like homes from like movies that you see up there. It's unfortunate I couldn't bring my camera. Again, I was with my little brother and stuff, and I can't be filming and riding a bike all at the same time. And it was dark outside. It was also the only time that was available, believe it or not. The whole day went by so quickly without watching TV, without playing video games. That I felt was profound. So what did I learn? What did I appreciate? I appreciated the fact that I could have fun and go out in the world. But at the same time, there was also suffering and hardship. Biking was up the hill was difficult. You can only imagine it's biking up the Swiss Alps, Switzerland mountains, and went on a boat ride. We went on a car. These are like hour trip long, and that could take a toll on some people. I dealt with it okay. 39 years old. I guess for my mom, it took a toll on her. She's like 70. So you have to travel while you're young too. So this gives me a perspective as to what I want for myself in my own life and how things are if you're living with someone else. I probably don't want to live with another human being because everyone has all these secret rules and regulations and laws and boundaries that you can't violate. And when you do cross them, they'll report you or start freaking out in front of you. And it could be something as simple as a napkin or water, a wet, surface on the kitchen counter, or an unwashed dish, or a sock on the floor, or stepping your shoes inside the home. When you accidentally forgot your keys, or if you're vlogging and you get accused of, you want attention and social validation, and that you're doing all this for girls or whatever, petty stuff. Or that you're cheating. It's just a lot of shit, a lot of questioning, and it's just I understand myself enough to know that I'm an asshole and that I don't want to care, and I just keep things simple. So I gotta pay a premium to live by myself because I don't know if it's the government or just how the world operates. Housing is super expensive. Living by yourself is that's probably going to be just as expensive. Raising a family. How someone else does it, I don't know. But as for me, I know what I want, and that's to not give a fuck. As for social validation, I'm just practicing articulating because I don't talk to people in real life as much as I would like to. This is how I practice my speech. If I don't talk every day or once in a while, I'll lose the ability to communicate completely. And, simple things like telling someone to stop being so fucking annoying, I wouldn't even have that skill, to be assertive, to provide instructions for people. I'll just be complacent. I'll be obedient to authority and just live my life like a fucking robot, being a yes man. That's exactly what happens to Japanese businessmen, Japanese salarymen. You just become a yes man, and you just become highly obedient to the corporation. You're not allowed to give out no one cares about your opinion. You just get, or what you have to say, you just get thrown under the bus. And it's no one, no one gives a shit. You just start complaining that you just live to work, and you go to school, you work, and you die. Who would give a shit? Again, with this secret reptilian draconian agenda, turning people into robots, robotic. And it's just like, it's already happening to me. Why I talk to a camera and not real people. I already deem it as, there's a lot of bitching, there's a lot of nagging, there's a lot of like dominance and bullshit. But that's how things have been since forever. People are savage, and that's what communication is like for me, especially because I'm Asian, because I'm Chinese. If you watched Warrior on Netflix, there's always yelling and shit with the families, and why they're always killing each other. It's either that or you talk to a vlogging camera and you practice your speech and hope that someone's out there and you're reaching out to someone with similar problems. Maybe even Generation Z as a whole, as a collective. Why you feel socially isolated. I don't blame you. I don't blame anyone paying for social clubs and dates and whatever. And being social is hard. Being social, having friends is difficult. In a world of social media, people are programmed and they feel comfortable to their programs and they don't want to venture out. They don't want to break out of their comfort zones. There's the TV, there's Netflix and chill, there's YouTube. There's all these social mediums that you can, social media that you can access with the touch of your finger. People also have to, exercise, go to work, make money, pay for rent or the mortgage, and have a family of their own, let alone deal with you. So, who can do it all? Well, I went to Einstein's University actually yesterday. He lived here before he went to America for the Manhattan Project. And that was really interesting. Apparently he taught there and went to school there. It's a very nice university. Very big and, just like in the movies. So it's just like something out of the movies. Everything's made out of stone and marble looking. It's very cool. I'm looking for inspiration for a man who seemingly a person you want to be. I'm not somebody you want to be. I'll just be another Asian cookie cutter. Japanese salaryman. North Korea. Mao. Communism. It's just like, there's not much else I can be doing. I have to live in this like Asian box. And then I get blamed for, he's just blaming everyone else for his problems. It's just like, no, I'm Chinese. I live in the Chinese matrix box. And if I do anything, someone's gonna yell at me. And yeah, that's been happening since forever. I don't know what the hell to tell you. There's Chinatown, that don't mix and collaborate with any of the other, Little Italy or Lower East Side Manhattan, the financial district. It's just like, if you're Chinese, you're segregated and treated differently from, the regular populations because you're Chinese. That is the culture. There's a lot of behind the scenes nagging and bitching. I'm not trying to blame my problems or whatever. I'm literally describing what it's like to be Chinese. And yet I'm getting attacked for it. It's like, oh, he's just trying to blame us. No, the, the, there is something about being Chinese that is annoying. I mean, that comes with a price tag, a big price tag. Like, there's a lot of bitching, there's a lot of nagging, there's a lot of fighting, loud out, just like any other race, you know. And I see it in like my big fat Greek wedding. On the surface, yeah, everyone's having a great time, but everyone has all these annoying ass things. The mother and all this. Yeah, she's fucking annoying, but everyone's like, oh no, you're just trying to project on her. No, she's actually really fucking annoying. And fat. And it's just like, no. And these things are never addressed. They're rarely talked about unless someone explodes. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. You're supposed to be happy with your race. You're supposed to be happy with your culture. You're supposed to marry within your culture, within your race, and everyone's supposed to be happy in Mao's communism, I guess. I guess that's what everyone's take on it. I mean, that's how he tried to program everyone, or whatever, or China, or everyone's Chinese, or whatever you are, Jewish, or Egyptian, or whatever the fuck. Or American, everyone's just supposed to live in their own little cubicle, and everyone's happy. Should you say anything or go against, against it, you're automatically thrown under the bus. Dictatorship, if you want, tyranny, if you want to call it, your opinion, if you want to call it, whatever the hell it is. It's a lot of social dynamic, mixed emotions. Again, a battle for dominance. As for me, what do I get out of this? I don't know. There's only one thing that makes sense to me. I'm poor and I need to make money and I need to survive, pay rent, pay mortgage, whatever the fuck. And that's it. The other things, self-actualization, culture, and, I'm supposed to dress this way, I'm supposed to dress that way, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna have my day to enjoy, and that's it. I'm aware of these things. People may not like it. People may say this. People say that. If I don't wear jeans, if I wear jogging pants, if I don't wear this or that, people start freaking out and looking at me with a dirty look. It's just like, it's always something. It's always something. I'm always pissing off the matriarchy or the patriarchy, who wants you to do it this way, who wants to do it that. You can do it under my rule, you can do it whatever the hell. In my head, you can do whatever the hell because I'm doing whatever the hell. But if someone has this personality, it's very controlling, tyrannical, they want it done it their way. And it's only in accordance their way. So they're the ones who's going to be pissed off, not me. I'm just going to be the asshole there, looking like some homeless guy that's chilling there while everyone else is trying to, like, fit me into their hierarchy, and they're just like trying their hardest, but they can't because I'm too much of an asshole. I just don't fit. I think that's what the Unabomber is. But people like me are threatening to them. That's exactly what the Unabomber was about. Went to Ivy League school, didn't exactly fit. He just kind of got pissed off at it because he couldn't fit the cookie cutter. And just shit. I don't get along well with other Asian people, Not even Indian, because the first thing they're gonna tell you or assume is doctor or lawyer. And because I don't believe in that shit, there's always, conflict. Why are you not doctor or lawyer? Where's your other PhD? You know, why don't you have 2 or 3 other jobs? Always this need for social validation, for status, and so my system, my social, my attention economy shit just shuts down. It's like whatever the fuck, it's going to be whatever the fuck it's going to be. And other people's personality type, if you're super Asian, you're gonna be super Asian. You're gonna be tyrannical. You're gonna be the dictator. You gotta screen everyone. Are you a lawyer or doctor? Are you a lawyer or doctor? And you're gonna be doing that shit until the sun explodes, because that's your personality type. I don't concern myself with that shit. So thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. This video was meant for me to articulate my thoughts into words. Go over what's been happening. Self-reflecting, appreciating my time here in Switzerland, and for my future self, knowing that of what I was doing. I got issues. I don't like talking to people. Again, there's a lot of bitching, nagging, fighting. Me not just blatantly caring about what the hierarchy says to do. I don't like control. I don't like a lot of things. I'm like one step away from a criminal. I just do the bare bones minimum to appease the gods of who make the laws and the regulations. I'm just another cookie cutter, except I'm just like, are you for real? Yeah. Everyone's programmed, everyone's wired a certain way. I just tend not to give, any fucks about it. I just try to be happy. Not caring, showing up in photos with baggy pants or whatever the fuck. I really don't care. I don't know. That's why I just prefer to work. Everything's just set out. I get paid and I get to do my own thing. So thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. I hope you get to do your own thing in life too. I really do. But it is what it is. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Peace out. See you in the next one.